Pico's grapefruit tree. Pico, a tiny bird with bright blue feathers, chirped a worried song. The berry bushes were bare, and the nut trees were empty. One morning, while searching near the edge of the woods, he found something amazing, a single, large seed that shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow. Pico knew this seed was special. He showed it to the wise old owl, who told him, "This is a great fruit seed. If you plant it in the rich soil atop Sunstone Hill, it will grow a tree big enough to feed our whole forest. But the path is steep and full of dangers." Pico looked at the big seed, then at his little wings. He couldn't carry it alone. First, Pico flew to his friend Rory the rabbit. "Sunstone Hill is dangerous," Pico chirped. "Can you help?" Rory twitched his nose. "I'm the fastest rabbit in the woods. I know every twist and turn. I can find the quickest and safest path for us," he declared. Rory led the way, darting through the undergrowth. But soon, the path grew steep and rocky. Pico tried to lift the seed, but he could only drag it a few inches. "We need someone who can climb," said Rory, panting. Just then, a cheerful chatter came from above. It was Miko the monkey, swinging from a vine. "That seed looks heavy," he called down. Pico explained their problem. "I can help," said Miko. "My arms are strong, and I can swing through the trees where there is no path at all." Miko scooped up the seed and leaped into the high branches. He was nimble and quick, but as he swung over a deep gorge, his foot slipped. The precious seed tumbled from his grasp, heading straight for the rocks below. But it didn't crash. It landed with a soft thump on the hard, round shell of Toby the turtle, who was slowly making his way up the hill. "Whoa there," Toby said, his voice slow and calm. "That was a close one." Pico flew down. "Toby, your shell is so strong. Will you help us keep the seed safe?" Toby smiled. "Of course. I may be slow, but I am very steady." So the team worked together. Rory zipped ahead, calling out the safest route. High above, Miko swung through the branches with the seed. And right below him, Toby the turtle walked steadily, his strong shell ready to act as a safety net. Finally, they reached the very top of Sunstone Hill. The air was fresh, and the soil was dark and rich. Together, they dug a hole. Pico nudged the seed in with his beak, Rory covered it with his paws, Miko patted the dirt down, and Toby watered it with dew collected on his shell. Months later, a magnificent tree stood on the hill. Its branches were heavy, with glowing, delicious fruit for everyone. Pico, Rory, Miko, and Toby looked at the great fruit tree and knew that every one of them, the fast, the nimble, the steady, and the small, had been needed to bring this gift to the forest.